right. Okay. We are on lesson 1 of 6. Okay. And we are actually doing Euclidean geometry. This is Euclidean geometry. We are going to be focusing on certain things in 10. Mainly, we're going to be focusing on quadrilaterals, but we're going to start from the beginning, guys. We're not going to jump straight into quadrilaterals. We're going to do a bit of recap of things that we did, some of it in grade 7 and 8, some of it in grade 9, and then we're going to build on that as we get to the grade 10 stuff. All right, we're going to start with congruency, but first we're going to remember these 3. We're going to remember the corresponding angles, the alternate angles, and the co-interior angle. And my pen is driving me crazy. All right, we're going to be looking at these 3. Now, who can remind us? You can, yes, the fun angles. That's it, Mirla. Who can remind me? When can we use corresponding alternate and co-interior angles? What do we need? What condition do we need in order for us to use these three rules? Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am, don't we need parallel lines?
Absolutely, 100%. We need parallel lines. Excellent stuff. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Well done, Tiana. Okay, so if this is called A, B, C, D, I can say that this is equal to that because of corresponding angles. But before I even finish up, I need to go A, B. I say corresponding angles, A, B is parallel to C, D. So whenever I give a reason, guys, whenever I give a reason, you know, like you always give a reason in those brackets, I need to write their corresponding. I can just go C-O-R-R angles. I must add this part, the part that says AB is parallel to CD. Same with all the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick challenge. You can pop your answers in the chat here. Questions A, B, and C. Please give me the answer for X along with the reason. There's A, that's X. Tell me what this X is equal to. Tell me what X over here is equal to. Remember to give me a reason. I'm going to let you guys, you don't have to write the parallel part now. It would be nice for you guys to add it, but I think we're going to run out of time. So please just tell me in the chat, what is X equal to in question? Now, we're using the fun angles that we just learned about, or that we just recapped on. So go ahead and tell me, what would X be equal to in this first, and also give me a reason, guys. Remember to stay muted, guys. Excellent. All right, excellent stuff. So X is going to equal to 59 degrees, and my reason is going to be alternate angles. Just for good measure, I'm going to add in my parallel lines. CF is parallel to GJ. Okay. I need to make sure. Hi, Leobona. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, good. Now let's have a look at H quickly. Okay. You guys to tell me. Oh, sorry, no, I'm saying H. Look at B, question B. It's because it's sitting next to H. That's why my brains went straight to H. Okay, what is the value of X in this point? And it's going to take a little bit more work than just saying alternate or corresponding or co-interior. Have a look, and you will let me know what it's. Teacher, now I'm now realizing that we could have used any of those to answer this question. Hey,
which one? A. Yeah,
I can use any of those to answer the question, and I'm only just realizing why. But yeah. Okay, I've just figured it out. I can see the other ways that I did it, but now I realize the last way that we possibly do it.
But I think it's better to stick with all corresponding alternate and co-interior angles.
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
going like I mean angles on a straight line.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to use those regardless, but I think it's going to be one of those things. Hi, Tiana. Oh, Tiana's gone. All right. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. It's it's not 55 degrees. It's not. Say hi, Tiana. What do you think we can do here?
Ma'am, so I used the no, sorry, my mom, but so I used the 72, it was on top. I put it there next to H. And then I used angles on a straight line to get the X, like the side of X.
Okay, so you said this one over here was equal to 72.
Yes. And then I said X plus 72 is equal to 180 because of angles on a straight line.
Okay.
Is it,
That would
is
work,
that
Tiana, but the only way that would work is if this line was parallel to the front. And then no, they're unfortunately not parallel. So we can't actually say that. Okay. So we need to be very careful. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. Have a look at this. From here. Prudence, I agree with your answer. 100%. Marula, what were you gonna say? Let's see. We're gonna come at it.
72 is vertical opposite, 72.
Okay, so 72 over here would be vertically opposite, yeah.
And then alternate angles to connect.
And again, Marula, I'm gonna say alternate angles would work if these two were parallel, but
Ouch.
that's okay. That's okay. Okay. I agree with everyone else. Okay, so Vita, I agree with you. Prudence, I agree with you for this particular reason. Okay. Because A, K, and BL are parallel, 55 and H will give us the two angles on the inside. So the co-interior angle. So this is going to become 103. And then I can use vertically opposite. This is equal to 125 degrees because of vertical angle. Okay. That was a bit of a tricky one, I will agree. Okay, again, guys, you could have also done this. You could have looked at the Z or the N, and you could have said, this is 55 and this is 55. So this is 55 degrees. And then you could have used angle on a straight line to find 125 degrees. Okay, so there are definitely different ways that we possibly could have approached this. But remember, we need to make sure we remember which two lines are parallel. EF and GJ are definitely not parallel, so we can't use them. We can only use the two going vertically. All right, let's get an answer for C. Does anybody have an answer for C? What is X equal to over here? Yes, Prudence.
So first, as you can see that X and 60 and 41 are co-interior angles. So in order to get X, we needed to add 41 and 60, which gave me, can I quickly check? Which gave me 101, and then we're gonna take 101 minus 180 because we know co-interior angles equal to 180 degrees, which will give me 79 degrees. X equals to 79.
Excellent, beautiful stuff. That's so beautiful. Must be well done. Excellent stuff. All right. Okay, this one was quite easy. I think it was easier than the second one. I'll give you guys that. Okay. Can I get a thumbs up? How are we feeling about co-interior corresponding alternate? We should be very familiar with this, guys, because we've been doing it since grade 7. Okay, so we should remember how this is done. If we're still having a bit of trouble, I need you guys to go back and look at your primary school work there and have a look at whether we're remembering all the stuff that we learned all the way back in grade 7. Okay. All right, excellent stuff, guys. Okay, let's get to what we're actually going to be talking about today, which is congruency. Right, so we're going to be looking at congruency and looking at the rules of congruency, and we need to remember what the rules of congruency actually are. I'm going to try and explain the rules as effectively as possible, and we need to remember that the order in which things are done is very important, guys. So please stay with me. Hi, Lesedi, welcome. Please stay with me as I explain, because these particular rules are going to become very important in just a second. So these are the rules for congruency that we need to remember. Okay. So the first one that we need is side, side, side. This side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side. And that side is equal to that side. Now, these ones, the order isn't as important because as soon as the sides are all the same, the angles will automatically be the same. So we need to remember side, side, side. This is one of the rules of congruency. Okay. And we need to remember here, side, angle side. Now have a look at what's happened, guys. I've got side and a side and an angle in between. There's an angle in between. So what this is actually telling me is if I want to do side angle side, I need to find two sides with an included angle. The side must be in between my two. Look here. If we look at this one over here, I've got a side and a side and an included angle. And over here, the same side, and an included angle. You see how they're the same. Now, if I had two sides and this angle over here was the one that was equal to that one, this would then not be congruent. So I need to make sure that the sides that are included, or the angle that is included, is in between the two sides. That's exactly why we write it in this order, guys. Side, angle in the middle, side. So it must be an included angle. Okay. Same with this one. I've got angle, side, angle. So in between the two angles, my side must be there. Then this one, angle, side in the middle of my two. Angle, side, angle. Okay. I hope you guys are taking note of this. It's very important. It's going to be very important in just a moment. All right. This next one that says angle, angle, side, we need to be very careful with. Okay, because if this angle over here is equal to this angle, and this angle over here is equal to this angle, this side over here is attached to this angle. Okay. The only way that it's congruent is if the same side is attached to the same angle. Okay. If this side was not the side that was included, if it was this side over here, these two things are not congruent because this angle is attached to the side. So I need the same angle attached to the same side. Okay, no worries up here. Okay, I need the same angle attached to the same side. Okay, I hope you guys are taking notes. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a chance to take a screenshot. You're going to need it in just a minute. All right, the last one we're going to be learning about is right angle hypotenuse. So if I have a right angle, and then I'm going to get the opposite side, which is going to the opposite to my right angle, which is my hypotenuse. Okay, and a right angle, opposite side to my angle, which is a hypotenuse. And then have a look, guys. This right angle triangle is adjacent to my left side. It's adjacent, the side over here. The right angle is adjacent to the side that is equal. So this right angle also needs to be adjacent to the side right to the left of my right angle triangle. If this over here was actually over here, these two like that, the adjacent side was on the right hand side of my right angle triangle, these two things would not be congruent. The sides that are equal must be on the same side. Very important that they are on the same side. Now remember, guys, side to side angle is not sufficient. The reason for this is if I have a side over here and I have another side over here, and I have a side over here, and I have another side over here. Okay, my angle can go in any direction. Okay, my angle over here, the angle over here, this is 30 degrees. Okay, this line over here can move in any direction. This can be 30 degrees, and I can decide to put my thingy over there. Both of these angles are 30 degrees, but these two things are not the same. I could even do this. I could move this one and I could make it a right angle triangle. This is still 30 degrees. That is still 30 degrees. This side is equal to this side, but they're not the same. So side angle is not a reason. Okay, we do not allow side angle, but the rest of them we need to take into consideration. Everybody's got, I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds to take a screenshot because we're going to be applying these right now. Okay, take a quick screenshot, everyone. Okay, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them about any of these rules. We should be familiar with them because they are a recap of what we did in grade 9. Okay. 5:41. Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am, so the last one is
Mhm.
a We're not
Yes.
gonna use it. We're just not gonna involve it in anything.
No, yeah, don't even worry about it. So if you ever get to something and your reason is SSA, that means it's not congruent. Okay,
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
all right, excellent. All right. Okay, let's have a look here quickly. Oh, I'm sorry, Inganati. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, let's have a look at these 6 over here. I want you guys to tell me in the chat. We're going to start with number 1. Are these 2 congruent? Are these 2 triangles congruent, and why? Give me a reason. For number 1, tell me, is it congruent? Yes or no? And tell me the reason. Give me the reason or the rule in the chat. Tandipola says yes. And the reason is yes, Prudence.
Ma'am, I say it's not congruent because we can see that the sides are equal, but then there's no equal angle there.
Oh, yes, there is no switch. Sorry, it's named W. It's just hard to see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
I
ma'am.
know.
So it is equal.
Yes, good. Okay, it's congruent. And give me the reason. What is the reason?
Side angle side.
Excellent. Good. It's side angle. Very well done, my sweetie. Excellent stuff. All right, good. What about number 2? Let's talk about number 2. Is number 2 congruent? Yes or no? Yes, Loco.
Ma'am, yeah, it is congruent. It's side, side, side.
Excellent.
And
Good.
yeah,
Side. Can you tell me? I understand that this side is equal to the side. This side is equal to the side. Where's my third side? Well, how can you say side, side?
the line AC is common.
Excellent. Beautiful stuff. Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. AC is common in both triangles. Beautiful stuff, Logan. Well done. That's what I was hoping to hear. All right, let's have a look at 3. Is number 3 congruent? Yes or no? Kay says yes. Okay. Okay, and she says right angle, hypotenuse, side, and I'm going to agree with you. I have a right angle and a hypotenuse. I have a right angle and a hypotenuse. Let's make sure that our sides are on the same side. The side adjacent to my right angle is on the left. And on this side, the side adjacent to my right angle is also on the left. Therefore, yes, 100% right-hand side, right angle hypotenuse. So, what about number 4? What about number 4, guys? Okay, Notando is saying yes, and because of angle and side. Rita says no. Okay, we're gonna have a bit of a war here because I'm seeing many people saying yes. One person is saying no. A few says side angle. Okay, let's have a look. Kay says no. David says yes. Okay, I've got 2 people that say no, and everybody else saying yes. And Richard has given a reason why. Everybody else says AAS. Let's see if this is true. All right, I've got an angle. Okay, let's start with N. Okay, I've got an angle and an angle. Good, so I've got an angle. Those are equal. And then I've got M and an M. I've got an angle, yes. However, the side that is attached to my angle over here is M. And on this side, the side that is attached to my angle is N. Are they the same side, guys? Are they the same side? No, they're not. Therefore, no, this one is not common. Okay, so we need to be very careful about just saying, yes, because I see an angle, I see 2 angles on a side, ma'am. Yes, congruent. We need to make sure that they're on the same side. I know, David, it's very tricky. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're not making that mistake. All right, I want you guys to have a look at number 5. Before you say, yes, ma'am, RHS, make sure. It's not make sure, so make sure. Liabona says number 5, no. Notanda also says no. Timweme says no. Atehang says no. Samuel says no. Mirila says definitely no. Okay, you guys are getting the idea here, right? I've got a right angle and a hypotenuse. Right angle and a hypotenuse. Good. So RH, let's test for our side. This side is adjacent on the left, but this side is adjacent on the right. Therefore, my side is not the same This is not congruent. Well done, guys. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Now, have a look at number 6. Tell me, guys, is number 6 congruent? Yes or no? Okay, okay. You guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. It's a no. Because I do have an angle, but my angle is attached to the side with 2 lines. And this angle over here is attached to the side with 1 line. So they're not even giving me anything that I need. Besides, my reason would have been side angle. And we've just said that side angle is not a reason for congruency. It's not a reason. SSA is not a reason. All right, give me a thumbs up. How are we feeling about looking at things from a congruency standpoint? Yes, are we doing okay with these? Are they okay? Thanks, Lakuma. I see it. He says good. Excellent. Atahang as well. Obakeng is with me. Luande, Rita, Tato, Liabona. Okay, Listadies, excellently good. I love it, guys. All right, excellent. We're going to go into a little bit more substantive work. So we're going to be looking at proving. We're going to be looking at proving. Now, I need you guys to stay with me, because we're going to be looking at how we need to write down these proofs. So if you didn't learn it in grade 9, you need to pay serious attention to what's happening right now, because we need to make sure that what we're about to do happens in the correct order. Okay. Now, if any of you who were here for our revision courses last week, I always told you if they give information at the top, we always read it. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start by reading the information we've been given. Now it says in quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Okay, I'm going to go look. A, B, C, D. Excellent. It says that AB is equal to BC. Let's go check. AB has a line, BC has a line. Excellent. All right, that checks out. Okay, and then it says AD is equal to CD. Okay, AD has 2 lines, CD has 2 lines. Excellent stuff. All right, we're on the right track, guys. Okay, now it says prove. It says prove, which means we're proving something, guys. We can't just say, yeah, but ma'am, they're congruent. No, we must prove that they're congruent. Okay, but the way we prove it is always going to be in the order in which they give us our triangles. So when you guys are writing them down, you also need to write them in the correct order. Now, I want you guys to watch what I'm about to do. It says here, prove that triangle A. So I'm going to go to my drawing and I'm going to make sure that my triangle moves in that exact same order. It starts at A to B to D. Prove that that triangle in that order, A, B, D, is congruent to triangle C. C, B, E, close triangle, and K. I see you. However, you've already gone to the reason. You've proven nothing. You haven't proven anything yet. All you've done is you've given me a reason. Okay, that's why I don't want us to jump to the conclusion. I want us to double check everything that they've written down with everything that's been done. I know, my sweetie, I know. You're just like, ma'am, congruent, I can see it. We need to prove it. We are proving. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go onto our page and we're going to write. You're going to write down. Okay. And David has already written it down, but I want us to note something, David, because I don't want us to jump to that conclusion. You're 100% correct. I need us to learn the steps. Okay. So you're going to write down proof, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to go in triangle. Now, remember, the triangles must move in the exact same order, and this is why. We must go in triangle ABD. So ABD and triangle CBD. CBD. And the reason for this is because each of the corresponding sides need to be equal to each other in the way that they've given us. Now I'm going to grab my highlighter and I'm going to do this. If I highlight AB, the first 2 letters in this triangle, they must correspond to the first two letters in my other triangle. So they must correspond to CB or BC. It won't matter, but in this case, I want it specifically to be CB because they've given it to us as CB. Right. So we're going to say in triangle ABD and CBD, AB is equal to, the first two letters must be equal to the first two letters. So tell me in the chat, guys, AB is equal to what? AB is equal to, use your two triangles. What is AB equal to? Good. It's equal to BC or CB. I don't mind in what order you write it. It's the length. Good. I'm going to write CB because I don't like putting my triangles in the weird order. And then I'm going to go to my drawing and I'm going to check. Okay, AB is equal to CB. All right, we're on the right track. Yes, Ntokozo. You're going to have to unmute Ntokozo. I'm going to continue until, actually, let me finish Ntokozo and then I'll take your question. All right, and Tandikolo, you're on the money. The reason that they give, and they've already given us the brackets, is that it's given. Okay, it's been given to us. Good. Right, and then we're going to do this. We're going to look at our two triangles, and we're going to go AD. So we're going to go to our triangle, and we're going to go A and D. So A and D. Look how I jumped over the middle one. So in this one, I also need to jump over that one. So I need to go C, D. So AD is equal to CD. No worries, CD. All right. And my reason is going to be given. And then Loken already gave us the answer for the last reason, because I'm going to notice that BD is BE, which means that it is, that's it, Rita. BE is common. BE is common. It's common. I need to make sure that when I get down here, guys, I'm writing the correct things. I'm writing the correct things. Therefore, remember when I told you guys that therefore was going to be important? What did I say about therefore? Do not forget the therefore. The therefore is there for the answer. So remember, therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to, now if you wrote here, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BCD, wrong. It's wrong. If you say triangle ABD is congruent to triangle DCB, wrong. Because the order in which they've given the triangles to us is very, very important. So we need to write it in the exact correct order. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBE. And my reason, what have we compared? We compared a side to a side to a side, and we have a to the side. Therefore, the reason for this is side, side, side. Okay, give me a number out of 10, 1 being your ma'am, no. 10 being, I got you, ma'am. I know where you're at. How are we feeling? All right, all right. Okay, someone said 1. Said 1. 1 plus 8. Okay, okay. I was about to say how. How? Okay, excellent. I'm seeing everybody's like at an 8, a 9, a 10. Good, because we're going to put this into practice. And remember, guys, the order in which we do these things are very important. So we're going to be practicing the order more than anything, because that's what matters the most. So the order of the side, of the angle, everything put together. Okay, let's look at number 1 over here. Number 1 says, prove that triangle A, B. Oh, look at the order that they give it to you in. A, B, O, close triangle, is congruent to triangle D, C, O. So we need to make sure it's in the correct order, right? Now, when we start our proof, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to write proof. Don't forget proof, because you're telling us that you're actually proving. And then the next thing we're going to do is go in triangle ABO and triangle DCO. And David's like, I remember something like this. You should, because you did this in grade 9. Okay. In triangle ABO and triangle DCO, then we're going to have a look at the information they've given us. What do we know about this, guys? What does this mean? What do these two arrows mean? What do they mean about these two lines? They are good. It means that they're parallel. So what's that going to tell us about those alternate and those corresponding and co-interior angles that I just taught you about, that we just looked at? Okay, it means that somewhere we're going to have to use them. What does this line mean? What does this line mean? This one. What does that mean? What do the two lines mean? Yes, Rita, take away that question mark. Correct. You are correct. Take away the question mark. The two sides are equal. Now let's look at the information that we've been given, guys, and make sure that we're using it to the best of our advantage here. Okay. Can anybody venture for us? What is the first line that we're going to write? Remember, to prove congruency, we're going to need 3 lines because we need 3 reasons. 1, 2, 3. Let's think about line number 1. What are we going to write for line number 1? Anybody? Any ideas? Okay. It was said to say AB. Now you've got to finish that. You've got to finish that. You can't just say AB. Okay. It also says AB is equal to CD. So I agree with you guys. AB is equal to CD. And my reason, Rita, excellent, is that it's given to me. Before we even continue, we can just be like, this is a side. We know. We already know it's a side. Good. Okay. What else, guys? What else can we say? Have a look. Ah, Notando, nice one. O1, I assume you meant O1. Good, we can go. Angle O1 is equal to angle O2. And our reason, I don't know why you guys always write very opposite angle. It's not very opposite angle. Vertically opposite. It's okay. Stishe, you can write DC, vert op angles. Okay, vert op angles. Excellent. And then Rita's given us our third reason. Rita says that angle A is equal to angle D, and she's forgotten something very important. I know it's autocorrect. It is. Angle A is equal to angle D, and our reason over there is alternate angles. What did you forget, Rita? What did you forget? Apart from the alternate angles part, what did you forget? The parallel thing. The parallel thing. Yes, we need to write here that AB is parallel to CD. Thank you, Notando. AB is parallel to CD. And then we can close the reason. Okay. Now, we need to just go ahead and make sure that our reasoning is correct. We need to make sure it's correct. Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am, so what if you said angle B is equal to angle C and alternate angle?
Absolutely. It'd be no issue because it's also alternate. You can say angle B is equal to C. It won't change a thing. Okay.
Thank you.
You can use the other one also. All right. Now, the last thing we need to do, guys, is we need to go and check whether this actually works. Now it says here that AB, in our triangle, AB must be equal to DC. Yes, 100% necessary for you to write the parallel thing. Yes, it's necessary. AB is equal to DC, and we have that AB is equal to CD or DC. Fine, you can write CD or DC. Okay, it's not going to be AAA, David, because angle is a proof for similarity and not for congruency. Okay, so we know that AB is equal to DC. Okay, now I just need to check, guys. I just need to check. We use angle A and angle D. So if this is AB and DC, right, I just need to make sure that both of my angles are attached to this side. My angle A is indeed attached to AB, and my angle D is indeed attached to CD. Okay, so that is correct. Okay, and that makes this correct as well. And then my vertically opposite angles will be this one over here. So I know that my reason is going to be side, and this is going to be an angle, and this is going to be an angle. Then I can do my conclusion. Therefore, triangle ABO is congruent to triangle DCO, and my reason is side, angle, angle, or angle, angle, side. Doesn't matter which way you write. I'm going to write angle. Just seems a... Oh, you cannot. No, my sweetie. I'll tell you why we can't use angle, David. Because if I have a triangle that looks like this, with 40 degrees over here, and let me make this one a little bigger, and 70 degrees over here, and 80 degrees over here. I can also have a triangle this small, with 40 degrees over here, 70 degrees over here, and 80 degrees over here. Are these two things congruent? Prudence, what's up?
Ma'am, I was just asking because with our last reasoning, we said AB is parallel, or I don't know, but to CD, right? So with our last reasoning, can't we simply say angle, side, or is it just side angle, angle?
It has to be side angle, my sweetie, because if you look at it, they've only given us one side that is equal. The only way we see that the sides are equal is if they give us this line. So the only two sides that are going to be equal to each other is A, B, and C. No other sides are going to be equal. We don't know. You understand what I mean?
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. All right. Give me a thumbs up, guys. How are we feeling about this section? All right. David's with me now. Okay. We cannot use angle, because that's for similarity. How are we feeling about this one question that we just did? Okay, excellent. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. I'm happy about it. Well done, guys. Excellent. Okay, let's have a look at number 2. Okay, Tiana's like 8 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do another one. Here we go. Okay, we're doing this one. Number 2 says, prove that prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CBA. Make sure, guys, that your reasoning makes sense. Okay. Liabona is lying. Okay. Liabona is lying, okay, because Liabona is telling us that two sides are equal, but they haven't told us that any sides are equal. What do arrows mean? What do arrows mean? Nope. Guys, nope. What do arrows mean? Good. Arrows mean parallel. Do arrows mean equal? If I have two lines that look like this and they're parallel, are they equal? No, they're not. They are parallel. We don't know anything about their equity or their equality. We can only say that they are parallel. We cannot say that they're equal. I'm going to agree with Notando on the common part, but I want to put the common one last. So let's look for other comparisons. The common side we're going to add at the end. Remember, guys, thank you, teacher Nels. If they put a line, if they do this, then the two sides are equal. They haven't given us that comparison over here. So we can say proof. Don't forget, this is very important, guys. You must write the proof part. You must go in triangle ADC and triangle CBA. Remember, the order is important. Okay. Remember to stay muted, guys. Okay. What can we do with the parallel lines, guys? Think about it. Look at the parallel lines. What kind of comparisons are we going to make? Remember, I need 3 reasons. Yes, Prudence.
Ma'am, I am spotting A2, angle A2. Angle A1 is alternate angle to C2.
Okay, good. A1 is equal to angle A1 is equal to angle C2. Good. Alternate angles. Tell me, what are my parallel lines again? Okay. You still need to tell me my parallel lines, and she's run away without telling me which lines are parallel. AB is parallel to BC or CD, whichever one. Okay. Good. Very nice. And then I'm seeing people say something very profound here. Okay. We can do it the other way around. We can also say that A2, okay, is parallel to C1. That is correct, David. Alternate angles. Yes, Jasmine?
I got a question.
Yes, my sweetie, go for it.
Do you have to write proof?
Yes, the proof part is very important because what are we doing? We are proving. So where does your proof start? Okay, it's very important that you write the proof part. Okay. Alternate angles, and in this case, I need to go see my C1 is over here, and my A2 is over there. So my alternate angles or my parallel lines this time will be AD and BC. So I need to go AD is parallel to BC. And then my very last comparison, yes, Siposetu. Yes, Notano, that's it. Yes, Siposetu.
So ma'am, my question is, must there always be 3 reasons or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely 3 reasons. The reason for that is because all my reasons come of 3 sides. So it's either side, 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 or angle, angle, side, or side, angle, angle, or angle, side, angle. So there must always be 3 reasons. Okay. You must always have 3 things. I hope that answers your question, my sweetie. Okay. Then we can say that AC is common. Okay. And then I just need to go make sure, okay, and this is given, the common side is given to us. In fact, we don't even have to write the reason for AC is common. Because, yeah. Okay, I just need to go check. I'm going to go double check, make sure that everything checks out, guys. So we said that A1 and C2 are together, and A2 and C1 are together. And then I've got an angle and a side in between, and an angle and the side in between. So my reasoning is going to be angle, side, angle, because my side is in between my 2 angles. So I'm going to go, therefore, triangle ADC is congruent to triangle CBA. What is my reason? Pop your reason in the chat, guys. That's it, La Fuma. That's what I was hoping. My reason is going to be angle, and then I say angle, but I write S. Sorry, guys. Angle, side. Now, I need everything in this order. You guys see the order that we've just written it in. It's important that we do that. All right. I'm going to ask again, a number between 1 and 10, 1 being, I don't know, ma'am, 10 being, I've got you. How are we feeling about this? Can we follow still at a 6? We're seeing a lot of 10s, quite a few 9s. Laundry is like a solid 8. We need to change that into a solid 10. Okay. All right. It's very important for us to be able to read. Yeah, that is not make sure. Okay, it's fine, my sweetie. Asia, South America, nice one, Miss Lady. Okay, cool. All right, let's have a look at another one. Ah, Sisha's got me. I got you. I got you, Sisha. Got you. All right, let's look at this one. Now, okay, now look at what we've got, guys. Look at what we've got. Very important that we understand the information that's been given to us. But it says, prove that MNP, close bracket, close triangle, is congruent to triangle OPN. Bracket. Okay, so the order in which we're doing it, very, very important. What does this line mean, guys? What do these 2 lines mean? What do they mean? Good, Rita, remembered. Yes, Chimramwe. Yes, Lesedi. They mean equal. So we can start our proof where we need to start it. So we can go proof. Don't forget, guys, the proof part, very important. In triangle, MNP, you guys can already drop your suggestions in the chat. Tell me, where are we going? We need 3 reasons. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Give me reasons in the chat, guys. Where are we going first? Okay, good, good. We can start with MN is equal to OP. MN, what is my reason? That's it, Rita. MN is equal to OP, and the reason is given. Good. All right, that's our first reason. Continue, everybody. Tell me something else. What else do we got? Yo, look at me already writing the congruent sign, and not congruent and. Okay, yes, Prudence.
P2 is equals to N1 because it's alternate angles.
Okay, cool. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if that's true. P2 is equal to N.
No, sorry, ma'am.
No. Let's try again.
N1 is equals to P1.
Good. N1 is equal to P1 because these two are my parallel lines. If we had tried to use P2, do you see, Prudence, how it wouldn't have worked? P2
Yes,
and
ma'am.
N2 are not equal. Why are they not equal, my sweetie?
Ma'am, because we don't have the lines that show that they are equal.
Because no, we don't have the parallel line. This side
Yes,
is not parallel. Good. So we couldn't have used that. But I agree with you. Yes. P1, angle P1 is equal to angle N1. And your reason?
Alternate angles.
Good. Now, don't forget, you need to tell me which angles are, which sides are parallel. Give me the parallel line.
PO and MN.
Good. PO is parallel to MN. Okay, I'm happy with that. Well done, Martin. Excellent. Love it. All right, I need somebody else to give me the last reason. What is my last reason, guys? Akiwa is caught on. Good. Rita, we cannot say that P2 is parallel or is equal to N2 because that would mean I would use these 2 lines. It means I'd use this and this. And nowhere does it say that these 2 are parallel. So we cannot make that assumption. It's an assumption. Okay, what we can say is what Akiwa has said here. Yes, Zanubuti.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie.
Ma'am, may I please ask, ma'am, with the
Yes.
second answer, whenever 2 angles are alternate, do you have to write which 2 lines are parallel? Is it a
Absolutely.
must?
And yes, and that's exactly why, because we're going to run into a problem, Zanubute, where you say that P2 and N2 are parallel, but they're not because they didn't tell us that these 2 lines are parallel. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can only use the lines that are actually parallel. So we can only use MN and OP. We can only use this parallel comparison, which is P1 and P2. That's why it's important.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome, my sweetie. All right, I'm going to go with Akiwa's suggestion because Akiwa is spot on. PN is common. It's common in both. Okay, it's common. Therefore, I know. Therefore, triangle MNP is congruent to triangle OE. And I'm just going to make sure, I'm just going to go back and make sure that the things are correct. I've got a side, I've got an angle, and I've got a side. Now, remember, my angle is in between my 2 sides, so I need to make sure that I'm not lying. Here's my side, here's my other side, here is my angle. Good. It's in between my 2 angles. Here's my side, here's my other side, here's my angle. Therefore, 100%. Our reasoning is side angle. Okay, so that is how we do this, guys. This is how we prove congruency. We need to remember this because it's going to come up when we start proving things like quadrilaterals. Because if you haven't noticed, this is actually a parallelogram, which is a quadrilateral. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to instances where we need to use it. All right, let's look at number 4. That's the last one we're going to do for this evening, and then I'm going to call it. You guys can go have dinner. All right. Our question says, oh, Notando even wants to answer the next one for us. Oh, for it, Notando, I just need you to raise your hand for me. And then I want everybody to give this a minute. Think about it. Write down your starting comments. Start with in triangle. Okay, now we've got to be smart about it. ABM and triangle DCM. And then I need 1, 2, 3 comparisons while Notando puts her hand up. Whoever's unmuted, I'm going to need you to mute for me, please. Whoever it is that's unmuted, please make sure that you're muted, guys.
I was trying to unmute Notando. I think she's having issues with her audio because it's just.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, it's just white noise. No, Notando, try again. Please try again. All right, have a look at it, guys. Pop your suggestions in the chat. Tell me what it is you think we can do here. Okay. This one is already kind of easy, I think. Anybody got any suggestions? All right. Atekang says AM is equal to DM. I agree. Prudence, I'm going to ask Tiana to give me something here because I feel like you've got the answer from your city. Tiana.
Ma'am, so I said AM is equal to
AM, good. Is equal to
DM.
Excellent. DM. And what's my reason?
It's given. And it's a
Excellent.
side.
Give me another one. Don't go away. Give me another one.
And then BM and CM is equal to each other. And it's also a side. It's even and it's a side.
Thank you. That's it. BM is equal to CM. So you see, it's making sure you know. Very well done, my sweetie. Excellent. Okay, Notando, finish this off for us. Okay, one last thing, my sweetie. What do we know?
So M2 is equal to M1 because of vertical opposite angles.
Beautiful. Good. Vert op. Now we need to go look at the reason. I know that I have a side, and I have an angle, but side angle is not a reason, Notando. What is my reason going to be? I'm going to go right. Therefore, triangle ABM is congruent triangle DCM. What is my reason? Let's go have a look.
Side angle side.
Beautiful. That's it. That's what I was hoping to hear. Because I've got a side and an angle included. And I've got a side and an angle. Oh, you are brilliant. Just beautiful, beautiful, excellent stuff. Very well done, my sweetie. Very well done. Oh, guys, like, you guys make my heart full because you guys are just like vertically opposite apples. Yes, Lesedi, vertical opposite apples. Agree. Okay.